So I just finished a call with my clients and my motivation. And it's just on my spirit though. Like this week has been a rough week for me. A lot of things that happened, things I just didn't want to hear, things I had going on. And I just wasn't feeling my best. But just sometimes about like just making time for yourself, like me saying that okay, it's fine. I'm gonna dress up like me, put my little sweat on, all this good stuff like all this. Try something to put my lips. Um, and still say, but we're gonna go out and just go do something. And for me, I decided I'm like gonna really go and take myself out tonight. Do my little date night, self date night. Really looking forward to it. Might tag out. Not sure yet. But sometimes you gotta make time for yourself. I know we've been this locked in for us, like getting stuff done. For me, of course, studying to get my HIV certification, and I'm really ahead of schedule on certain things. Like my goal is 35 questions a day, 5 questions a day, which is good because some of the questions are real tricky, and I feel like if I was waiting to the last minute on certain things, I would be like, oh my God, this is a lot. Like you'll be rushing through and you'll miss stuff. Because even just seeing like different questions, like how what they ask is totally different because I take my time to really assess the questions. It helps me out. But that's something to say there. Um, but I'm ahead of the schedule there. I was going somewhere. I just wanted to say, like, I don't let that move. I just really feeling myself. I don't feel myself today. It's been a rough week. I said so much stuff, but I said renewed spirit. But it's kind of good to have a rough week because it's like I get highly into self care and I just start doing it self absorbing for me. Going back to my roots, my foundation, and being it. I've been in that gym real hard. It's doing great things. I've been focusing on my diet real hard. It's like look, locking in on me real hard. Um, and I'm okay with that. I'm happy with that because I sometimes feel like in the business of W. What does that look like, right? So definitely that. Also, I did share. I will share with you. I share with them. It's like they gotta take their risk. It's like I said. I remember that one time I was doing pharmacy school. I had the exam. I mean, like a regular exam, test exam. So, and I felt so bad. It was like one of those things. It could have been I could petition for the class, and I had to really say to myself like that was just not the thing for me to do. I was so heartbroken. I ended up coming home for spring break, and I just started still a little bit at a time. And a little bit at a time can really helped me and encouraged me. Because like when I got back, I passed, and I was able to pass the class. One of the things they taught me was one. That's when I put in my storehouse. Um, Proverbs 3:5-6, it says, "Trust in the Lord always, lean not to your own understanding. In all your ways and knowledge, and He should direct your path." And that was my thing. I was into my own understanding. I was into my own understanding of trying to pass the exam, and that's how I came to the system of where I pray before I study, after I study, even when I read stuff 3 times. I was like, I'm reading for the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. You hear me? I was not playing any games. The other thing, it also made me realize too that when you lean onto your own understanding, or when you just trying to play the system because someone said this work, it's like you also Luke 12:12 says the Holy Spirit will tell you what needs to be said in time, in your at the appointed time. So how can I expect the Holy Spirit to give me some back in my memories if I'm not even studying information so I can learn it, so I can know? So I definitely want to share that. When it comes, sometimes you just gotta not listen and understand. That's one. You gotta really just put your trust in God in all areas and all things. Next thing you definitely want to do is that you want to make sure that you are giving the Holy Spirit something, like something to give back to you. That what Luke 12:12 says, right? But also to be on this grind, hustle. Don't get me wrong. If you already know you've been taking these breaks, something you do take more breaks, then get some results in it. But if you are seriously you know, you've been going, either sometimes you need that pause and recharge, you go back harder. And that's one of the things that I've learned. When I rest, I come back and I go back harder. Like it's been a couple of weeks of me just letting systems work for me and not me just doing things. 'Cause I got a lot of other things going on. So for me, it's been a thing of let me let down these systems, and I'm gonna be taking taking me down, like have my me time, and now I think I'm really ready to go back. Like, okay, we ready. We got some clarity on some things, and what does this look like? What does this thing look like? But just wanted to share that with you guys.